They were awarded for 24 for 5, you know. They got the ball to swing, they hit their areas. And I was the first one to say right from the beginning that on these wickets in Bangladesh or anywhere in the subcontinent, your new ball is massive. So they exploited that really, really well. And, you know, you've got to take, and also I'm not making any excuses for our guys. You know, Ebadot's played 15 test matches, Khalid's played 4 test matches or 5 test matches. They're still busy learning their trade. They're still busy. We are still constantly busy with other factors in terms of mindset and alignment and all sorts of stuff. I thought today Ebadot was fantastic. He was fantastic. I thought he ran in all day long. I asked him nicely just after tea to ask for the ball. He did that again and caused problems. So just to come back, and I don't want to miss your question, but yes, we have in South Africa and here have not asked enough questions with the new ball against South Africa and here against Sri Lanka. But that's something we're working on, that attitude, we're working on that skill. But it's also a lot of mental, you know, mentally, it takes a lot to be able to go and right, we're going to do it right way. Maybe slightly apprehensive, where I think the two of those guys in Sri Lanka were spot on in the execution. No, I always make sure that Chacha is close by, especially when we sit for 3 hours rain delay, and we don't speak for 3 hours in there, but we have all the breaks that we get inside the dressing room. I always make sure that there's someone that understands. They're making sure that the message I give to them, they get delivered properly. I mean, Rabid has been here in South Africa as well, so we make sure that we don't miss anything in terms of the language barrier. Sometimes it can be, yes. At the start, it was like that in South Africa a little bit, but I think we're getting there now. I think Ebadot and Khalid, I think they're getting the jits of English now. So, but I think the delivering of the message needs to be accurate, so we don't speak two different. Either when it comes to a plan or strategic plan, that plan gets delivered properly. So it's okay. Well, I make sure that I'm not an overload bloke. That is 100%. My way is to reiterate. So I don't give a guy 16 plans in one day to go and try and do. It is just about the simple things that we do well. I always continuously speak to our seamers about our process, and our process is not to look, especially with a new ball, someone asked me with a new ball just now, is to not look for an outswinger, in-swinger. So the process is to find Litton's gloves. And that is the test match process that I grew up with, and that's how you build that pressure. So the plan is simple and basic, so I just make sure that we stick with that. If there's a certain plan with a batter, and I see a flaw in that batsman, we'll discuss it in a break and make sure that we change that plan and alter it slightly. Yeah, I mean, you know, Shariful, unfortunately, broken finger or fractured finger. Both, I guess it's the same thing, but Tuscan, yes, he's a great miss at the moment for us. Love the kid. I think he's got a serious size engine in him. He is a bloke that you look in the eye and you just know this guy's going to run through a wall for you. You know, so if it's unfortunately, sometimes it's another one's miss and another one's opportunity. And these two guys at the moment, one's played 15 tests in Ebadot, and it's another opportunity for Khalid to learn about the game. And I just want to urge people out there to be very vigilant and very patient with this process, because Khalid is learning all the time. He's hard on himself. So is Ebadot.
Are you missing these two guys?
Yes.
In this particular test match?
Yes, of course. We miss their consistency in areas, but I want to say again today, for me, Eberdot was outstanding. He was outstanding. He was one of those guys. I saw him, and you know when you see someone in warm-ups, and you just know something about this guy is going to click today. The scoreboard doesn't reflect the way he bowled today, and he could have walked away with 4 or 5 today. That's what that spell the whole day was worth. And I think he was well supported by the spinners. He was, Khaled hasn't really got it quite right today. But again, tomorrow is a massive day in the context of this game. So we need some early polls in the morning. So hopefully, and every morning there's just something in the pitch that first hour that gives us something, a little bit of hope to work that we can work with. I was told to call him Chacha. So I saw Chacha the first time when Bangladesh toured the very first time in South Africa. And I saw this little medium pacer. He was quite feisty as well, So I like his way. I just love his way. I think he's the type of father figure for everyone. He has great respect from all the players. He's a nice guy to bump ideas with. If you want something done, Chacha will. Test match nous, or shall I say, test match education, and not you take the Sri Lankan opening bowler, the young kid who has been used as a bit of a battering ram at the moment. And that's how I see a guy like Eberdot at the moment. That's why I went to him before tea and after tea to ask for the ball again and to change that line and to come in here for a few. And he almost, Matthews was almost caught at deep square. So I think Ebba is starting to understand that on flat wickets, like my mindset, Allan Donald, there's the ball, come in hard, give me 4 overs, set the field like you want. And I think that's the freedom that we want within this bowling attack, is for guys to have to go say, Mo, this is what we need, give me the field that I want, and trust me on this one. We're not going to leak runs, but for the next 3-4 overs, when he went back and asked for the ball again, that's what I wanted him to do. So we were close, but I think he's starting to figure out his role as Eberdot, and Khaled as well. So just understanding of how it works and not having to back off and say, well, if it goes wrong, what if it goes wrong? What if someone pulls me for 6? You've got to take all those factors out of it, because test match bowling is about, on flat decks, is about aggressive mindset. And I think Eberdot, with his pace, in this test match has reached up to 146.7. That's what he's capable of. So it's just a matter of that test match. The more test matches Bangladesh play, I think this team will get better with time. You can say what you want about selection. I've played in test matches where we probably got it wrong in South Africa, playing 3 seamers and not 4. When you walk on that field, the last thing you worry about is selection. It's up to the players now to go and do what they need to do. So you always know that whatever you take on the field, that's what you're going to back during the next 5 days. So the ifs and buts, they don't matter. They simply just don't matter. So it's about the dealing with the issues that you need to deal with every single session of a test match. And there's no you can sit and okay, maybe we should have played in seamer, might it have made a difference or not, but there's no better satisfaction walking off a field and you know that your spinners and your 2 seamers have done a great job. And they battled extremely well yesterday. You see the run rates have been slightly higher as well, to 2.93 runs and over plus. So it shows you the quality of the wicket as well. The quality of the wicket has been brilliant. It's starting to spin a little bit more. There's a bit more rough there than there was yesterday. So we'll see tomorrow morning. And as the day goes on, what sort of rough creates during the day. Well, he was given a crack by the captain, and I think the response was quite swift. It wasn't 2 very good overs. I thought immediately the first over was very quick. He was fast. And the second over was slightly slower, but a little bit more mixed, so he went for 20 and 2. So I think, once again, I know when Hansi Cronje took the ball out of my hand and said, go and think about some things, and then you tell me when you're ready to bowl. So, and that's how harsh it was when your senior bowler is not up to it. But you know, it's a captain's gut feel. You know, he might just be on tomorrow morning, and he might just strike it lucky tomorrow morning. So, and that's just unfortunately the ebbs and flows of Test cricket. There's no malice or anything in it. It's just, listen, take a break. We'll see how it goes. What more can you teach a bloke like that? Is my question. You know, it's like Shane Warne. The guy's so experienced. He is well travelled. He just keeps churning them up. He lands them on the string. I know that him and Ranga has been quite close. Whenever they need a chat or two, it's nice to hear Saqib talk about spin bowling in his own world. I've been a great admirer. I was sitting in the dugout today telling a few of the guys about when AB de Villiers says it's tough to get down to Saqib, then it's tough to get down to Saqib. You know, he's a smart operator, he changes his pace really subtly, and he showed again, chipped away, and hopefully, you know, walks away tomorrow with a 5-wicket haul. Would be fantastic. But it's awesome to have him in the team, that experience, that leadership in the team. You know, it's just priceless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget to like, comment and share. Visit tsports.com.